Hello there. It's been a while, hasn't it? Welcome back to another playthrough of a different mod. I'm joined today by my good friend Gareth.
Hello.
Hi, Gareth. And we are playing, not for the first time.
Not for the second time.
Not for the second time. Shining Force 2. As you can see on screen here. But today is something a little bit different. We are going to be looking at a new mod by our good friend Darklaw. As you can see, there are many different things on offer here.
Yep.
This isn't like last time where he was taking it easy on us. He wasn't taking it easy. No, he wasn't taking it easy on us at all.
I mean,
that thing was
like a lot of the main stuff was harder, but the last boss fight, when you have to do a Rambo/Rocky montage about how many attempts it takes you to get through it.
That's true, yeah.
It made me think a little bit, because it was called Shining Tactics.
Yes.
And as someone pointed out to me with Final Fantasy Tactics, sometimes you just get to fights where the game was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, this is the next level, son.
Yeah.
Get good.
Get good.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'll be his next one. Shining Force Get Good Edition.
Oh, please no. So, we made a video yesterday of our return to do this series, and we received some coaching by Evil Ninja 07, and he said anything between normal and hard is okay. If we go to super and ouch, we wish harm on ourselves, essentially.
Yeah.
We're not normal.
Consistent.
We're not normal here.
Start at the bottom. Work your way up.
We're hard. I think Gareth and I.
Now, are we?
Yeah, we're tough guys.
Big strong boys.
Of course we are.
Big boy pants on.
Yeah, big boy pants.
Okay.
You've got to for the YouTube.
Is it the
good
YouTube
choice?
Though?
Hey?
Is it for YouTube, or is it just because we really don't like ourselves?
We'll find out, won't we? So here we go. We're back.
Why does he look slightly tan?
I don't know.
Is it just me, or does like the face colouring look a little bit darker?
It might be. I don't know. I mean, we are playing on RetroArch, which is different than our last playthrough. I actually got to talk to Alex Harmon last night just before bed. Thanks, mate. I was literally about to log off and bing message, and he told me among the other things to play this not on the Steam version, because apparently it breaks a bunch of stuff. He also told me to talk to everybody, by the way. Oh,
okay.
So, good morning. Are you going to school? Says Astral certainly is a great person. He even teaches a mischievous kid like you. I feel like that's different.
Rapscal.
I feel like that is different, actually.
Yeah. I like how apparently you're a rapscallion now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
He helped found this town with Howl and Noshu. So that's definitely different.
Ian is your father. Quick history lesson for people who haven't played Shining Force or the Gaiden series. Shining Force Gaiden, which I think is the Shining Force Mega CD, memory may not correct me. I know definitely the Game Gear one is basically like Shining Force 1.5, so after the Runefast War, before the resurrection of Dark Dragon. And you go with Ian and a character called Howl. Howl will be important later on in this narrative.
Yeah.
But you can actually play as Howl in Shining Force Gaiden. You even get Camila from Shining Force 1 as well as a playable character as well.
Huh, okay. So I haven't played those games. I'll be honest with everybody. Like I've played 1 and 2, and that is the extent with which I've played the Shining Force series.
Some of the Shining Force Gaiden games are not worth your time. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them where they certainly fell into we got into a groove and we just thought everything we did was great, and then you listen back to the album and you're like, you know what, mate? We just didn't have it. We might have been feeling at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the diet. Maybe it was all the hallucinogenic.
So, what's with the temple then? What's this guy telling us?
It was a great man. It's bad that he went into the temple. Is that the Temple of the Ancients?
It was only 3 years ago. For us, mate, it was 4 years ago when we last made one of these videos, so a bit longer than that.
I mean, you know, memory. He's an old man. Memory's first thing to go, they tell me.
That's true. Mine definitely is.
Yeah.
Thinks he is his own grandson. Ian and your father got along well, even being in-laws? Wait, I need to see that again. That went too quickly. Ian felt got along well, even being in-laws. I can't imagine the courage it took to court that hero's daughter.
Tough times, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
So these are your in-laws?
I guess so. Morning, Woody. It's a wonderful day, isn't it? I feel like that's the same. I'm gonna see if I can disturb this kid. Okay, he said.
Excuse me, child.
Yeah,
we're not getting a Dragon Quest moment where you can wake people up and they sometimes join you.
Okay.
As long as you've pre-picked those characters.
Yep.
Can you search the bushes?
I mean, this isn't Zelda.
No, I mean you do have like a.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. I don't think even.
Because I know some of in Shining Force 1, if you look in some of these more like the ones that you can step in, occasionally you find stuff.
Really?
No items,
wow, I don't
ninjas.
Francis Howe is behind me. All ships left early this morning. I feel like that's the same as the old one.
Yeah.
Let's go see the priest, actually.
Yeah, that's the same.
Promote, save, and cure. That's the same.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, let's go see what everyone has to say for themselves.
School o'clock. Sarah's in a different colour again.
Well, so's Chester.
Yeah. Orange.
I'm sleepy. This is my last year studying Grand Seal. I'll be going back to Palicon this summer. That's definitely different.
That sounds like a convention for paladins.
Or an exchange program, maybe.
Yeah.
Hi, Woody. How are you? Sir Astral is in the basement, but he looks strange today. Again, that's different dialogue.
Yeah. What's it saying in one of the bookcases?
Bonfires.
Interesting.
Sure. I'll look at that one when Sarah moves.
Fourth wall being firmly punched.
I'm okay with the Astral being the fourth wall puncher. If this continues, this would be great.
Is Astral now retrained as Deadpool?
He could be. That I would definitely pay to see some Deadpool Astral. Darklaw. Sounds like someone evil. It does. It does sound like someone evil.
Doesn't sound like someone. We know it to be someone evil. He might seem lovely in the previous videos. He might be a great person to chat to, but when it comes to this kind of stuff...
Yeah, he's... Yeah.
He's definitely on the sadistic side. Yoshi! I think
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Okay, I will admit to everybody that this isn't the newest mod. That we haven't sort of like seen this mod being made and gone, let's cover this. We've basically come and said, hey, we have some free time. Why don't we go back to this thing that we enjoyed doing? So obviously, Game of Thrones is not the most up-to-date reference.
Yeah. I mean, also a little thing for Darklaw. Alex has admitted that since he was about the age of 6, he's played Shining Force every summer.
Really?
Up until the current day.
Yeah, I think I remember him saying that, yeah. Solaire, that's a Dark Souls reference, I think. Hentai!
Oh, Sir Astral.
Oh, Sir Astral. He's got...
If only he's got a cuddly unicorn as well, then it's definitely Deadpool referencing.
I mean, he's got this basement here. He spends a lot of time in it. He's got to have something to do.
He looks strange today. Wonder.
Is that a clue? Is that a tip?
I haven't a clue.
Okay. Dangers of Eum. Mean anything to you, Gareth?
No. It sounds like it's definitely referencing a game, though.
Yeah, me too, but I'm not sure what. Kingdom of Rune. Well, that's...
Shining Force 1.
Shining Force 1, yeah. Even I know that one. Hey, a healing herb. Alright, let's see what Astro has
He's
to
got
say.
the good stuff in the pot, has he?
Be on the lookout for new items and new characters. Also, be ready to use strategy to get through some of the tougher battles. Also, talk to everyone. Lots of people have tips. Alright then, thank you.
I wonder...
Be careful of the gods. They might not be as immortal as they seem.
That's not really being careful. That's, by the way, you can kill some of them.
Yeah. I've heard stories and whispers that they are less than benevolent. Is this Hades? Perhaps in my imagination. Perhaps even if they were evil, who could ever defeat them? That sounds like a challenge, Astral.
Now, sir. Oh, so you picked to sit next to your horse friend, not your girlfriend.
Can you even sit next to Sarah?
I can't remember.
I don't think you can. I don't think it works unless you sit here.
Is that Yaha's seat?
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Is it a taller chair? There we go.
Where's Yaha? Overslept again? Oh well, can't wait for him.
I still always loved the Yaha description in the instruction manual back in the day.
What's that?
When he grows up, he hopes to be a hero, but no one's told him he's a dwarf.
Yeah, I do remember that now. The minister would
like you to come to the castle.
Why are you so... The king, he has fallen down and cannot get up.
Send Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. What? The king? Okay, I'm coming. Sorry kids, I have to go to the castle. Stay here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that always works out so well. Did you hear that?
I mean, what is this, Far Cry 3?
But I think it must be something else. He was acting so strange. Hey Chester, let's go to the castle. I like how Sarah just immediately just goes, let's not do that. Let's just do whatever.
Yeah. By the way, I'm meant to be like the head girl of this class, but let's break the rules.
Let's break the rules.
We're just kids.
We're just kids. They won't let us in.
I'm part of a horse.
I have a plan.
Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe we can meet the princess. Are you going to go with us?
I mean, when she says that, does she mean to the castle, or is she just very forward?
Let's see what happens if you press no. No? Really? Then I'm not going either. But if you change your mind, let me know right away. That was strangely ordinary. Okay.
Yeah.
Shadow Hearts! A PS2 game. That's actually extremely expensive now.
Yep.
Yes! Great, let's go right now. Hurry.
The least amount of persuasion, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
Chester the Knitter.
Chester the Knit.
Yeah, have joined the force.
Does he have... Just check his weapon loadout to make sure he's not carrying needles.
Yeah. So, wait,
wow,
I have bolts?
level 1.
I have bolts already. What? What's going on here? Okay.
Pressed.
Sarah has heal too.
Yeah. Clearly, Alex is aware of what he's done.
Must be.
Notice everyone's got healing herbs. Sarah even has 2. So you start the game with basically 5 heals and a healer.
Sorry, this is good. How do I get it?
Let's have a look at.
There we go.
Let's have a quick look at Sarah's defense stat.
Oh yeah, because she became a tank
last time. It was tanky. Yeah. Okay, 7's okay. What's everyone else?
Sorry, it's going to take me a while to get used to these controls. They're different from the Steam version.
Okay.
So Sarah has less defense than Woody. That's how it probably should be. Okay, she has the least amount of defense. That's fine.
Unless we end up with the RNG leveling that we got last time, where it was like defense +3, defense +3. Anything in the well?
Oh, yeah, I'll check in a sec.
Right.
Where do you think you're going? Well, let's see. Yes, Sir Astral called us. Why? Good answer.
Booty call.
We're his pupils. He left a package behind, and you want to deliver it to him. Okay.
I'd love it if we took the hentai book off the shelves. It's like, he's got this, and it's like Naruto, with is it Make Out Tactics or whatever the series that Jiraiya...
A deep well. It's a deep well, guys.
Well, well, well. 3 holes in the ground.
Oh god, that's going to be the point where everyone turns off. By the way, congratulations.
You're welcome.
Northern Gallon
Northern
is
Gallon?
a country on our border, but we are allies. Do we really need to guard our country? Nah, mate. I'm sure it'll be fine. Some younger soldiers think that peace is boring, but they're wrong.
Correct, they are wrong.
I hate fighting, but I've almost forgotten how to fight in this peaceful kingdom. Oh dear. I'm going to the ancient shrine in the south to kill some rats.
Is this our podcast? And me making references to video games and how many times rats cause problems?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Who are you? I'm tired because I was standing watch all night long. That's fair. Weapon storage!
Weapon storage.
Mate, I'm pretty sure you're outside. The weapons inside could be rusty. We haven't opened the door for many years. It's a very cool. Yeah, very cool one. What do we got?
I like how that guy's like, yeah, sure. Like, can you even access this usually? This early? Because fairy tiers are pretty high up on the item list, if I remember.
So I took a quick look at some of the changes that Darkclaw made, and he said that some of these are actually crafting materials.
Okay.
So we'll get to see like some new stuff.
So is this like more stuff for the Mithril Smith and stuff later on? Then?
Your guess is as good as mine. I guess we're going to find out.
Or has he also added a Minecraft element?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Sorry, I was trying to get to...
We're not at the
tower yet.
Woods Mage.
This is King Grand Seal's public room. Oh, you must be pupils of Sir Astral. You look too young to work for the king. Why don't you go back to
I like how this guy has no, like, yeah, sure, great.
Yeah, I mean, we're guards, but, you know, you can just wander however. It's all good. I saw Sir Astral go into the king's bedroom. I thought about stopping him.
Inviting, like, this is the public room, and the other guy's like, but have you considered the private chambers?
He was in such a hurry. Do you know why? I don't, even though my job as a guard is to stop people and maybe ask questions.
What do you know about the king? Instead, let me tell you everything I know about the king.
How busy I am. Soldiers eat here every day without doing any work. I mean, you would think that being a guard would have some, like, diligence involved.
Yeah. I mean, technically, isn't the whole point of being a guard that essentially your job is entirely diligence?
Yeah. But I think that's okay.
Always watching, waiting, being suspicious, telling those kids to move on.
Yeah.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
What is she doing now? She brought the king his breakfast over an hour ago. Sounds
Who's
like
she?
somebody... I don't know. Sounds like somebody's not doing their job properly, though.
And it's not us for a change. I mean, it's still us, but...
Yeah, I mean, look what we're doing on a Friday morning.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dude, here's somebody else
I need to look in those barrels. You really...
Could you not?
Excuse me, sir?
Not allowed near the ancient tower. I asked too many questions, according to the king. So you've been sent to the basement.
I like how he's a grey-haired old man, and that's something I would probably say to my 8-year-old son.
Yeah.
Like, look, mate, I'm going to have to Google it. Daddy doesn't know everything.
Who are you? Get out of here. Boys are not allowed to come into our dressing room.
See, that's a reasonable response,
that really
unlike
is.
the guard, who's like, yeah, just go up to his room, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
You could be doing anything, it's fine. You know, help yourself, go nuts.
This east tower is built in order to watch for invaders. Okay.
From space?
Stop blocking me!
I always love the towers of walk left, walk right.
Fine the view is. I can see the eastern continent from here.
Wait until we come back from it, pal.
Isn't there something here?
Don't remember.
Okay. It's fine. We'll have plenty of time to explore the castle later.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So,
What's wrong with
where's
the king?
Varys at?
Oh, he's upstairs, isn't he? He's with the king.
Oh yeah.
He's usually down here.
Because that guard's just inviting everyone to the the private chambers.
I feel like I thought the king would be the last person to oversleep. Is that the same as before, or is that different?
I don't remember.
No, I don't.
Short of me playing Shining Force 2 in parallel to you.
Hey, why don't you?
I need to.
Because you haven't got time for that. Messenger from Gareth.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I came here to see the king. But he's still sleeping. Did I arrive too early? He seems like the nicest person. Did Gallum send him just so they can get rid of him?
No. To be fair, the Gallum, they're a peaceful nation.
King Noshu. That's different.
Yeah.
Grand's Land of Beasts.
Yep.
Cook said that the king didn't eat today. I wonder why.
I'm trying to remember what Grands is from.
Oh, it's the Grand's Island. It's the island, isn't it?
Yeah. But there's also another video game that has a Grand's Island. Hello? The princess looks different, or is that just me? It could just be me.
I'm not sure. She looks pretty similar to me. I don't know. That seems different to me.
But he's suffering badly.
Yeah. Perhaps it might be, well, that's different as well.
No, it's the same image. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Oops.
Oh no, rumbled.
Sorry, sir. Oh, we just followed you. Don't lie to me. You wanted to see the castle, didn't you?
I mean, apparently you could just do that anyway with most of the guards.
Yeah, with the way the guards are, yeah.
Shut up, pal. In you come. Invading army. Yeah, there you go.
I was going to say, that's probably what Gallum's going to do. Oh well, they're my pupils.
Imagine if that guy's literally there with a declaration of war in one of the guards rooms and go, fair play,
yeah,
fair play.
Alright, can't really fault you there.
Seems reasonable. Well, offers out the handshake. Well done, congrats.
Game well played. So they are. They
the
look
guy
like
from Gallum there with like the maths logic meme running across his face. What?
He must have a special reason to have them here, right? I didn't mean... Astral glares at Woody.
What a great phrase.
He said the door of the ancient tower is open. There must be a connection between the open door and the king's sickness. I called them here to help me investigate the tower. Now, pupils, follow me.
What an absolute blagger.
Don't give me any more trouble.
Sir Astral is clearly the kind of guy that gets you into parties.
Yeah. Question regarding the tower? Do I have to go to school again? Yes, you do, Varys. Oh, father, are you all right? No. The answer is no, he's not alright.
Insert vomiting scene from The Exorcist. Father, are you alright?
Hey, book. Dark Soul.
Soul.
I don't know, is that... Was that in the original, actually?
It could be. I mean, you got, what is it? Dark Soul, Dark Dragon, Cain, who was Dark Soul at a period. There's...
Chosen Undead. Isn't that... What's that from? I forget.
I'm sure that's a D&D reference.
Oh, it's from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're called... Your playable character is the Chosen Undead.
Undead. Is this Alex basically foreshadowing the get good features of the game?
Probably. I didn't want to involve you in my children,
if this playthrough is gonna be like, as I was joking the other week in the podcast about me in Demon Souls becoming an institutionalized prisoner of the first castle because I got so used to killing everything and just being like, this is my castle now.
Good. Let's go to the tower. Follow me.
Let's go.
Man, for an old man, he's pretty quick.
He's nifty.
Hmm.
Where's he gone though? Oh, he's already gone.
He's already inside. Don't worry about it.
Are you inside, Woody?
Freezing.
Isn't there something to the left before you go in? Straight into the fighting.
Why not? There you are, Woody. Stay here.
Screw you, exploration.
I'll take a look inside the tower.
What a mysterious tower. I wonder who built it. It's
That
called the
seems-
Tower of the Ancients. There's potentially a clue in the name.
I think that's the same line, though, isn't it? I
Yep.
wonder who built it. I have a strange feeling about this place.
All I
Yes,
can think of
seen
now
it
is
before.
thanks to, is it Lord of the Rings, where it's the Balrog section. It's like empty room, loads of loot. This is a boss fight, isn't it?
What's happening? It's
What
a
up?
master monk. That's
It is.
or apparently an evil gizmo here.
Yeah.
A devil that possesses people. Why are you here? Maybe to possess somebody, Astral.
I see.
There we go.
playing-
He's figured it out.
I'm the smartest man in this game.
You will not pass for
You
a
will
few
not
minutes.
pass. What?
Huh.
Excuse me, sir.
This doesn't look good.
Excuse me, sir. So I'd like to leave right now, sir.
I'd like to rescind my application to join your school, sir. Goodbye.
I would like to thank you for your interest, but I'm gonna have to leave now.
I'm gonna have to say no on that one. Big nope.
Yeah. There's a stream that I watch occasionally, and they've got a feature, and it's for playing horror games, and it's called Let's Nope.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. What? That was a presto changeover in appearance.
Yeah. What the heck happened here?
Is that a griffin?
That is a griffin, but it's obviously it's the non-selectable character, isn't it? So in the original fight, that this is like, I'm pretty sure it's the same sort of formation. It's just that obviously this griffin shouldn't be here. It should be just another gizmo.
Well, can't we not
pink
look at
one?
it's a pink gizmo, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
blue one and the pink one.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's. Sorry, guys. I still
Look,
need to get
can't
used
we
to
not
these
look at the
controls.
stats?
I'm
Show me
trying
some
to.
stats.
I'm trying.
I'm here for the maths.
All right.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of movement.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty. That's pretty standard. I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
it could have been less. Can you
Show me the bird.
have you got the the original
Gizmo. So originally, I'm trying to work out how this is statted on the page. Okay, so that's its gold drop. HP is the second thing. Let's go.
So,
So
Gareth-
usually they have 5 HP.
Okay, that's twice as much, obviously. I can do that. So Gareth's
I'll
looking
give
at a walkthrough of the original game
MP
to see
so
how this compares.
Right, I'm just trying to work out because of the way it is. It's literally just a big long list of everything in alphabetical order,
Okay.
not in map order.
All right.
so-
Well, I've got
It's
a little
alright.
bit of space down below.
Movement.
I will put a
So
little
usually,
stat bar. Gareth,
the
shut
movement-
up! I'm trying to explain things to the audience. Quiet. Right. As you can see here, there's a little space underneath Gareth's worthless mug. And I will use that space to put the stats in from the original game. How about that? We'll do that. Okay.
Movement 5, agility 5, defense 5, attack 8.
So the
You're
attack's the
welcome.
same then?
The attack's the same.
Huh, okay.
But what about our burb boy?
I don't think he's selectable, because I seem to remember in the original game he wasn't selectable either. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, cool. So, and the hit
Can it
points
click
are
him?
up as well. So they've got twice as many hit points, I think.
Yeah, that seems surprisingly reasonable from Alex though.
For now.
For now, of course.
I'm just keeping an eye on the names just in case one of the gizmos has randomly a slightly different name.
Oh, I
But
hadn't
no
thought of that,
palette.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Wasn't there a way to select these characters and get them to show how far they can move?
No. What we had to do is remember. So it's movement
1,
7.
2, 3,
so
4, 5, 6, 7.
yeah.
Okay.
So if you move into that adjacent square, it can attack you. That square can be attacked.
That's fine. I want him to do that. I want to lure him into a trap.
But now let's see if it does the classic thing where if you accidentally put one person in the wrong place, you'll get proper rocketed. Okay, this is
by 1. Oh wait,
wow!
I got debuffed. What the heck? That's interesting. Okay.
So maybe you want to stick him the other side to the right of the gizmo rather to the left, rather than getting everyone debuffed into the floor.
Alright, well, let's... Yeah, Chester can attack at range, can't he? So...
Yeah. Is that new? Has he always been ranged at the beginning? There you go.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, get good.
Wow, okay. Please, sir, can I have another?
Yeah. Get good.
He got good. I can't ask any more of Chester at this point.
So you not gonna heal or do anything to...
I got hit for 1. I think the debuff...
Yeah, but...
There's not... I don't think there's anything I can do about the debuff.
Not yet.
I'm gonna put Woody here. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this just about endurance now?
Well, he's going to be able to attack, but what about this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay,
yep.
So they can attack. We'll leave Chester there, because obviously he can attack at range.
I'd just stay still. The strategy... I hope this isn't you have to rush them and you get to finish it in a Fire Emblem style. You've got to get there, but there's no hint that you've got to get there.
Okay, Sarah has the least amount of defense and got hit for 1. So and she didn't get debuffed either. She didn't get debuffed.
Yeah. Okay, that's acceptable.
I'm alright with that.
Smash some face.
Let's attack this guy and then we can clear him and then move around.
Hopefully.
Thanks, game. Wait. No,
remember you were debuffed, so your agility and stuff's down.
Slow expired. Agility and defense return to normal. Huh. Okay.
Is this where Chester's going to do all the heavy lifting?
Yeah, it can see. Another attack, please. Please, sir. I want some more. Oh,
nope.
Not this time.
Is she going to hit for 1 like she used to?
No.
Wow.
I think even in the first map, Sarah originally didn't hit for 1. I feel like she started with like the most attack actually out of everybody with their wooden weapons.
And then just it never became an upgrade.
Well, yeah, because everyone else got like metal weapons, whereas she only ever got wooden staffs.
Yeah.
Oh, I got debuffed again. But there was no other appearance of another gizmo.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to stay here. Like, they're slowly moving into range.
Turtle up, John. Turtle up. Go on.
Yeah. All right.
Is Chester this game's Titania or the Silver Knight from Fire Emblem?
Let's wait and see, because obviously in the original game he dropped off like a rock. So.
Well, I think in Dark Claw's Shining Tactics, he proper just like went off. The fact that Rick ended up better than Chester was just...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it was
inexcusable.
When Rick was so bad, like, unless you get, like, blessed by RNGesus, Rick was awful.
I got hit for 2, though. That's interesting. Wait, is that Gizmo stronger than the other ones? Because I think that's the one that appeared, wasn't it? Oh, she got debuffed too. Let's check this guy out. That seems the same to me, though.
No, his agility... Well, his agility 6 rather than 5. No, it's all 6. So all the agilities are up. So the agility will be to abuse move patterns, will it?
I mean, it's the same for all three of them. So.
Yeah, but if they're debuffing you to get. Yes. And again.
No.
No! The colour palette's a lot. Yeah, there we go. The colour palette seems a lot more muted in the character fight scenes compared to his other mod.
You think?
Yeah.
Hey, level 5.
That's the other thing that I quite liked with Dark Claw is he actually made some really nice like palette swaps. You can bolt him, remember you?
Nope.
Nope. No! I'm thinking of Bolt 2, because you kind of get Bolt and then it just becomes Bolt 2 very quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Bolt 2
remember you've got healing herbs as well and stuff, but...
Actually, is this a bad move?
Yep.
She only got hit by 2, that's not too bad.
So what's your special ability? I heal myself.
Okay. I'd like Sarah to have a turn, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, boys. Please don't put... There we go. Is this where we're going to have to start forming a priest barrier? She has no MP!
I have to stop for a moment because my doorbell just went. Just give me a sec.
Ding dong.
Sorry for that brief interlude, everybody. Damn Amazon people trying to do their jobs. How dare they?
How dare he was a member of the Postal Service.
Yes. So, Gareth, who do you think we should target here? Doesn't really matter, does it?
Either or. Yeah.
Maybe that guy so we can move around.
A blind man.
Yeah, let's go for this guy. Okay, I like that.
Did Chester level up a moment ago and I just didn't notice?
He did, yeah. He got like a 2 increase on all of his stats, pretty much.
Well, let's see what we get here. That's a lot of gold. 400 gold.
That is a lot of gold.
Used to only drop like 60.
Yeah. I hadn't noticed that, but yeah, you're right.
I suddenly turned into the flex tape guy.
That's a lot of gold! Yeah, debuff, okay. We're used to that now. Well, they're all here now, so...
Yeah.
I'm thinking Sarah and Woody can probably take out one between them.
Yeah.
And there's the possibility Chester can just one-shot one of them.
Well, no.
Each time it pauses...
Were you getting optimistic then for the second attack?
Yeah.
You were like...
Maybe.
It's happening. There we go.
Chester's just like the two-hit king. Like,
oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Another 400 gold there for us. And another... Oh, Woody's been slowed, hasn't he?
Yeah. So he's that slow. He's right at the bottom of the turn order.
Yeah.
I might just start being cruel and doing that to you guys in D&D. Shout outs to Alex for giving DMs terrible ideas.
Yeah, so I suppose that's one of the things we've been doing whilst we haven't been doing this.
That's probably also the reason why all of the enemies are dodging him, because, you know...
another one, okay. Oh, wait, another 2. Alright, we need to step up a little bit here.
Go on, do it.
I'm okay with that. I don't want him to get all the XP.
Yeah. It's not the, as I describe it, the Fire Emblem where you discover the Silver Knight's super overpowered and has really good weapons, so you unequip all of the weapons and you just use them as a walking meat shield to entice enemies to come towards you.
Another debuff. So has it been like every 2 turns, do you think, that new gizmos appear?
I couldn't tell you.
It kind of seems like it.
You reckon it's on a turn pattern rather than
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
Did her MP go up by 2 then as well?
Yeah, pretty much everything apart from the last thing, which I think was agility.
Yeah. How dare he? That was very rude.
Indeed. Alright.
There we go.
I feel like you could grind for some gold in this, couldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of gold knocking around, so either that's Alex going like, I'm a benevolent dictator.
You seen this though?
Yep.
Woody can't attack. That's...
Or...
Only one appeared though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
If the battle's based off clearing people, so I'm curious as to, from what Alex had said last time about making these games, that he was basically previously just manipulating the game code from like the cartridge.
Yeah.
And he said there's X amount of space available to you.
There is.
So
yeah.
I'm wondering if he's done something to the game to expand upon the available space.
Maybe. Or it could just be that these early battles, like, there wasn't that much memory being used.
Yeah.
So there was more available. That Bowie sprite is definitely different, though.
I think it's the same. I think it's just the colour palette makes it look a lot more muted. I thought you could have had Sarah finish that one off. You could.
Oh. It doesn't matter. I didn't want to block Sarah from being able to hit the other one.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, the XP doesn't seem to be...
It seems pretty normal.
Yeah. Like, just attack this guy. I'm going to try and pay more attention to the XP for what you get.
9 XP. That seems pretty normal to
me. You get roughly like 2.5 times the XP for killing something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
That's
so
a big drop.
Oh. Are we ever going to finish this?
Episode 1, still in the tower.
Yeah. I felt like we could, get like at least 2 battles done by this first episode.
We're on level 5 just from this first one.
Yeah, that's true actually, yeah. Yeah, because normally like you don't get a level up in the first fight, do you?
You maybe get to level 3.
But
like, is this fight designed to prep you for later fights?
What, so you're not under-leveled? Maybe.
Yeah.
Right, that should be it.
There we go.
And the Griffin's a Master Monk again. Well done, Woody. What should I do with this devil? Stop him from assimilating the king, perhaps? I don't know.
He's going to throw off the coat to reveal he's a big burb boy now.
He's doing his, Dragon Ball Flash. Oh, it disappeared. Ah, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Because did you not just look above your head and not realise earlier on that he's just a big flyy boy?
There it is.
Coat. I wonder if that's true. If you just put a bird in a coat, it's a person.
I'm sure the internet has that for you somewhere. In some dark corner.
I mean, there's always the D&D joke of, 3 kobolds in a coat.
Yep. Alright, let's check this. You said there was something over here, right?
I'm unsure, is it now or later on in the game? All the way around. It must be later.
Oh well. I'm sure... Look, guys, if we miss anything like that that's really dumb, please feel free to put it in the comments. We will respond in kind by saying, yeah, we're done.
By still being really dumb.
Yeah. He's fainted. I remember in Dark Claw's first mod, he said he was dead, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I'd love it if he said it in the way that the hacker kid from the Cowboy Bebop movie says, "Oh, he's dead."
Well, boy, did you hear a strange noise? I don't know why, but everyone ignores my questions. I'm guessing things went on and she just didn't notice.
Yeah.
Ooh, ouch. I didn't think he could be so strong. Ouch, I was knocked down. Okay then.
So the king's not there.
Princess Alice, I can't let you up there. Trust Sir Astral. He knows how to kill the king. Let me pass. I must see
I'm trying not to belittle this moment. The king and the wizard have gone upstairs for some alone time.
Don't.
He's taken his special staff with him.
Oh no. Hurry to the princess's bedroom. Hold the king down. That doesn't work with what you just said. The king knocked down the princess. That's not cool. I saw a devil enter the king's body.
Is it wrong that I want him to then go hallelujah at the end? Like Gideon or something from Gravity Falls?
And the king became violent. I'd become violent if it
was... the devil enter the king's body! Can I get a hallelujah?
Oh dear.
Oh, boss fight.
King grants it. Yeah, the music. Is that new? I know the music itself isn't.
Yeah. Just think that's the least intimidating face, isn't it?
It really is.
Drunk Santa's coming for you.
You need some like Lord of the Rings thing, you know, when is it Bilbo? He turns around and it's like you remember that scene, yeah. Give it to me. Yeah. He needs an exorcism right now. Yow my head.
That off.
Yep. No, I'm okay, Woody. I must use a powerful spell. It may be dangerous. Stay back. Evil spirits inside the king, begone! Ha!
This is such a D&D solution. The wizard casts fireball.
Yeah.
At least the room's not on fire.
True.
Sorry, I shot you real hard. Did it work?
Did it work?
I fetched this priest.
Am I the king now? Oh.
Is that how it works? You kill a king, you become the king?
Yeah. Astral, what happened? Are you alright? Let me use your soldiers. We must kill it before it finds another victim. What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Is it wrong that having played D&D, I'm just waiting for this to turn to necromancy? The easiest way of stopping is it can only possess living things, so if everybody kills each other, we'll be safe.
Astral is exhausted. He won't wake up. The minister summons the soldiers to the hall to kill the evil spirit. That's all the info I can give you about the mission.
This feels like me doing a shift handover at work. That's all the info I've got, and nothing's probably been said.
So all we have to do is find the evil gizmo and kill him. That's right. Kill him before he possesses somebody else.
Or kill the possessed person.
You may go. Yeah. It's a witch! Burn the witch!
I've recently caught the end of some episodes of Whitechapel with my sister.
Yeah.
That it goes some places. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was going the Holy Grail route, but
yeah. There's a whole arc in Whitechapel where a serial killer is basically replicating witch hunts and killing people in like old-fashioned witch methods.
What, they're just hiring like 30 people to go and lynch a person? Like, how does that work?
Like, I don't think it's suitable for this YouTube video. I'll talk about it to you.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go and defeat the evil gizmo. In a nice PG manner.
Yeah.
Forward, men!
Forward, men!
Why
did my brain want to suddenly shout Wakanda forever, but...
Too soon, man. Is he alright? The king is upstairs looking in on Sir Astral. I'm worried. He's not a doctor. Is he going to be okay? We are...
troopers.
Good, Paul. He just fainted.
He just fainted because he was exhausted by 2 battles.
He's an old man. We're all worried.
If he dies, it'd be a big one.
That's definitely
At least he didn't go Ivan Drago with if he dies, he dies.
Well, that's essentially what the original does. He goes, who cares? He's just an old man. Like, that's what happens in the original game. He helped build this town.
He built this city.
On sausage rolls. Minister, is the minister there?
I've had a good rest. I'm feeling up for the day. What's my duty?
Here I am! Did our soldiers leave for the subjugation? Subjugation?
What a phrase.
Yeah. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Oh, I'm out of breath now. Oh, man. Oh, I'm too
My
late.
fabulous entrance wore me out.
Yeah. Astral came back to his senses just now. That's great. Did you talk to him? Astral said he feels an ill omen behind the opening of the tower and Gizmo appearing. We must study the ancient history of Grand's Island. How? None of us can read. A historian named Howell lives northeast of Yale. Astral asked me to send soldiers for him, but... Ah, I understand. What should we do now? We're all boned. What should we do?
There's children in this room. They're expendables.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
Everyone suddenly turned into a Dickensian workhouse owner.
Yeah.
Send the boy.
Yes. The looms have been unusable for years, but send the children now. They have no use to us.
They've got small hands. They can reach in and declog the loom.
You're the pupils of Astral. I know of you, Woody.
Imagine that being the name of your team, the pupils of Astral.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a little bit too try hard, but also not trying hard enough.
I heard you did a very good job in the ancient tower. Howell is an old friend. He helped us establish Grand Seal. Bring us back to advise us. Bring him back to his advisors. That's different as well. That makes like a whole lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, because it's referencing the game in between.
Yeah. I don't think this is a difficult job. Will you go?
Nah. Too hard.
You refuse the king's wish? Answer again!
Wow. You're just enjoying watching the angry Varys, aren't you?
Depart to fetch. Howl immediately.
So, if this was D&D, John, all your characters would be going like, so, how much?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I can do that for a price.
Yeah, just like a builder.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
I was thinking more a mechanic going around and just like kicking the tires like, cost you.
Yeah. Very few people know about the sickness, even in the castle. Know what I mean? I actually don't know what he means.
Are they telling you to like keep it to yourself, or?
Yeah, I guess so. So Astral is sleeping in the king's bedroom.
That guy's determined for everyone to go to the king's bedroom, or at least know what about it. It's the guy on the right. It's like, so, here's my brochures about the king's bedroom. It might be busy right now, but if you'd like to book an appointment, or you can have a week there. I've got prices and times and availability all in this leaflet.
Oh, don't. I used to do that job. That's terrible.
What, travel agent?
No, timeshare stuff. Oh.
All right.
Why don't you see
if
him before you
leave? Might
leave?
even timeshare with the king.
Yeah. He would be pleased. I gotta do what he says, I guess. The ancient tower was originally called
It's determined for you to spend the whole game in the king's bedroom.
Phrasing. Our kingdom.
I'm not even bothered because that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Our kingdom seems to have been named after it. Why? Well, your grandpa defeated Dark Soul, and helped establish the town with Noshu and some others. That's a good little history lesson there.
So, is that establishing... Because Ian is the name of your father. I'm trying to remember, pull through Gaiden. Because I'm trying to remember if Ian defeats Dark Soul and Max defeats Dark Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Because part of Gaiden is Ian is looking for Max. Who, if you remember the ending of Shining Force 1, he does the Thanos, doesn't he, where he just goes to live on his own in the middle of nowhere with his little farm. That's what happens in the Infinity War comic.
Yeah.
And they kind of reference it in the movies. and Max and Adam, the robot, are just sort of like wandering around helping people fairly like namelessly.
Are you going to see Mr. Howell? I wouldn't let you go alone if I weren't. I trust you, child. Oh, that's nice. Is that changed? I feel like that would be changed.
I think it's a little bit. I think there's some slightly more emotive context.
I like how the guy is... I've not seen the princess today. Is she alright?
I'm trying to think... Is it wrong that I can imagine under that helmet his hair looks like a load of balls?
Yeah.
That he can maybe take off and use as adhesives.
The minister said you could...
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's alright now. Okay then.
I say what he says.
I envy you. You saw the beautiful Princess Alice.
Like...
Thank you. I like how the guard inside said, "Nah, keep it to yourselves." And then two women are just talking about it. Outside. It's all good.
Everybody knows now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Soldiers of the castle were talking about it.
What a shocker.
It must be true. Oh, hello. Have you seen or smelt any sulfur? I'm an inventor. I'm looking for some dark matter. Interesting. Okay.
Is there rocket ships now, or...?
I'm not sure. Chicken!
Bok, 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 bok.
Okay then.
Tastes like chicken.
There he is. Me so hungry. Don't say
Thanks,
it.
Homer. Me so hungry.
He looks so sad. I feel sorry for him. The human called me when I was taking a walk in Parmesia. Oi. You, sir. I would like to talk to you.
There we go. Release me. Get me out of here. I shall eat you. That's not really encouragement, is it?
No.
And also, how are you going to eat me if I don't
through the
release
bars.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some very novel animals from the mainland. You don't want a pet? I'll lower my prices for you.
Oh.
Weird.
I was going to say, is he made it so we can just barter for Kiwi rather than come back later.
Don't listen to what that fortune teller says. She's a liar. I feel like that's the same, actually.
Yeah.
Hear what I have to say.
I can see the ruins in my crystal. What?
The war.
All right.
You will be betrayed. Believe me. Okay, I do believe you, actually.
Yeah. As people who've played this game previously in various editions and flavors. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you.
Madam, you are correct. Well done.
What's up, boy? We guarantee all items to be in good condition.
Boy.
Yeah. Thank you, Kratos.
I sometimes wish that, I know it's a little bit much, that you still got to see what the item buffs are. Because this is where you've got to stand and look at your inventory.
Yeah,
Whoa, what was the train feature?
Hang on. So, I think everybody has these already, so there's no point buying anything. Who should we help train?
Power leveling.
Power leveling. Well, should we try it out?
Yeah?
Let's try it out. Let's see what happens.
Train me, John. Show me the way.
750 gold.
Wow, so this is the reason everything was...
That's why we're getting so many gold off those gizmos. Alright, let's do one. Let's see what happens. Woody just became level 6.
I wonder if the price varies on the amount of XP. Because that's...
Let's tell you what.
Fire Emblem.
Let's see what happens. Yes, it does. So, to train Bowie again is going to cost me 900 gold.
Yeah.
So it goes up by the level, I would assume.
Well,
okay.
In Fire Emblem, you could pay to level up characters that you didn't use so they didn't get left behind.
I wonder if that's what this is for.
Yeah. What are you buying? What are you selling?
There we go. Good.
Hey, I'll buy it for a fair price.
Alright, so... I wonder what the money situation is going to be like, though. Like, we're getting 400 gold now. How much gold are we going to be getting later on? Like, are these guys just going to be walking banks when they die? Or are they just going to be dropping huge sacks of money at you?
Is everyone going to come walking in like Vince McMahon from WWE?
Yeah.
Here comes the money. Big man strut.
A soldier said you went into the castle. Is that true? Oh, I missed it. I would have woken up early if I knew that.
If I knew that Calamity was coming, I'd have gotten out of bed.
Yeah. So I came to meet
You're
you
going
here,
to
Woody.
kneel, right?
Under the king's orders? Cool. Of course I'm going to.
Imagine being the mate who was like, but you weren't there, so you can't come. You don't have permission.
Yeah.
Do you have permission? No. I've got permission. She's got permission. He's got permission. But not you.
Don't be that guy. Nobody likes that guy. Okay.
So, are you leveling him up? 11.
14
I think
attack.
Attack?
That's
I mean,
a
that
lot.
seems normal.
Okay, it matches. It actually matches everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah, apart from
Woody, who we level up. To
Woody
level 6.
and Sarah. Is Sarah 15 as well?
No, they both had 14.
Oh, 14.
He might have the highest defense, though. It's the same as Woody
well.
in defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Defense and attack.
That gallant messenger rushed out of town. He looked pale.
It looked like he was full of the devil.
Or he just forgot to take his insulin. I don't know.
He wouldn't be rushing around if he'd not taken his insulin.
Good point. Okay.
Help me! Diabetic seizure ensues.
That's the same.
They're the
as...
same guys as before.
Yeah.
What's the ratty boy called?
Huge rat. Huge rat.
So movements originally 6. Agility was
wow.
originally 7. Defense 8. So these are weaker.
Yeah, these are a downgrade.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And what's our magic-y boy called?
The Mage. Wow, that's...
Maggie.
Yeah, that's a lot of attack. 15 attack.
That's a lot of...
Yeah.
In this, the mage isn't even listed. You've got the master mage, who is much higher up
Oh, in
on the
terms of
listing.
stats.
Oh, very much.
Oh,
So you've got the Gallum mage, who is 5, 11, 9, and 15. So movement 5, agility 11.
Yeah. Maybe
So
that's...
these kind of... And
yeah,
it's got
these are
blade.
kind of-
What? This look, the Gallum mage seems to be like the closest
Yeah.
statted of the two mages, because the other mage is the one that you meet much further on.
Yeah, it
so
is.
that's like 22 agility, 18 defense, 25 attack.
Okay.
But what's the MP? MP is 18.
18, that's a lot.
It's so it gets an extra cast of blaze.
Yeah. Okay.
So are we going to find out? But then again, you know, Alex has added debuffs to the regular attacks of Gizmo, so maybe these lower stats, it's a trap.
Yeah,
To quote another.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, like, this seems too easy. Are we gonna get a golden situation where we, like, with reinforcements appearing suddenly?
More rats. Are we the Indiana Jones of rats for these games now, John?
Perhaps.
Now, I'm so contacting Wizards of the Coast about a rat capture class after we've spoken about this, because it's just...
It's a good idea, right?
I'm just going to wait for John to do a PTSD meme of me, and it's just going to be like lots of images of rats. Like even the rat from Ratatouille.
Yeah. He's like in the canteen making soup for all the other rats.
Yeah. Well, there was no debuffs that time.
No. Let's see what these guys can do.
How poisoned are we going to get? What, right?
That could be it. That could be it, couldn't it? That they inflict poison.
Yeah.
I seem to remember reading that somewhere on the changes, because I think he said he introduced poison that had like a 10% debuff per turn.
Wow.
Which is a lot for poison.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how far into the game you get before that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
I think, what is it? Woody's, or Bowie is it originally called.
Yeah.
His cape, is it red? And because he switched it to green, I think that's what's...
It does look different, yeah.
Yeah. Like as I said last time, like Fraser had like that crazy palette swap where he went from being all white to being purple and yellow.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. You got such a good memory for that stuff, I forget like half the stuff that happened in the last playthrough. Granted, it was 4 years ago, so... That's
so
a big
3-3?
Decrease, sorry.
Like the AI seems to... for a moment then when it paused, I was like, is there going to be more text?
I actually read an interview with I think it's Takahashi, the guy who like was the director on this game.
Okay.
And he said that the AI routine was very interesting or very different to how like other games like say Fire Emblem were doing it at the time.
Yeah.
And they asked him he said, "Oh no, it's a trade secret. We won't talk about it." So like they obviously did something different with this game, but they just weren't willing to talk about what it actually was.
Well, a lot of games in that era, the AI was basically programmed to just like target or move to the lowest health unit.
The huge rat only had 20 gold coins.
That wasn't huge money.
That was not huge money. Alright, let's see what this gizmo has on it. Let's shake him down.
Shaking down. Cha-ching! Give me the dollar.
20 experience,
400.
400. Oh wait.
Apparently ghosts have deeper pockets.
How does that work?
The ghost pocket. Well,
yeah. That's better than a prison pocket, I suppose, but yeah.
I mean, if they're a ghost, they could have both pockets available. Have I told you, with you mentioning Prison Pocket, I let Oscar not see, just listen to the scene from Deadpool 2?
Yaha just stunned. Yaha just stunned a guy.
Didn't he had that previously, though?
I don't think he did, no.
I'm sure that we had moments where Rhodes, wasn't it, had stun.
Really?
A couple of the archers, yeah. Because we were like, please, and we're like, great, they stunned.
Are you talking about, like, in
the
Shining Tactics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in the base game.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, like... That was weird, I thought the game had hard locked then. Jesus.
Yeah.
It stopped for a long time. Game?
How's it?
Oh, okay, that's going to give me a heart attack every time it does that.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about... to be fair, I get a similar thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on my phone. Every so often when you let the auto-player run, when you want it to do like the events and you don't want to be sat there like individually playing the game. Yeah. You just want to speed get all the stuff. Occasionally the game's like processing the card moves of your character and their character, and it's like...
Okay.
And then you ask it to turn auto-play off, and then it won't let you do anything, so you turn it back on. It's like, I've remembered my move now.
Right. So far, I've got to say the second battle is kind of underwhelming, though.
Yeah. I mean, you struggled with this the first time round, didn't you? On Shining Tactics.
Yeah, the second battle wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Or nowhere near this easy, anyway.
Because I think you died, didn't you?
I think I might have done, yeah. I think this was when we realised this is the real Dark Souls. Like, yeah. Good job, Woody.
I like how there's not the evade animation. It's just like...
No, he did. He did that, yeah.
It just seemed super short. Wow, that XP drop has really happened, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can just manipulate the first tower.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if, like...
Have we accidentally over-leveled?
So that was really simple, like really simple. Okay. Welcome to you. That hasn't changed.
Anything good in there?
A healing drop. Nice.
I mean, we seem to be getting an abundance of items.
Yeah. Howell established this village after helping to establish Grandseal. I went and visited him once. He threw a book at me and said I was the slave of the gods.
Be gone!
I like that, that's good.
I'm enjoying this version of Howl.
Yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's how I imagine I'm going to become an old man.
Bok, bok, bok.
Hello, small child.
That's my hen, don't torment her.
I mean, she's in my way.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
All enemies have elemental weaknesses and resistances.
I wonder if...
What?
This is referencing the conversation we had with Alex last time.
Oh, the enemies could have elemental weaknesses.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And then he's gone, you know what? I'm going to go full Pokemon on this.
How do you show that, though? Are we just going to have, like, notes of every enemy and what type they're weak to?
Alex is forcing us to do science research like we're in high school again.
Oh, God.
God damn it.
So you said archers, right? Archers are weak to freeze and Neptune, but they resist blast.
I mean, we can ask him again.
True. Let's do that. God damn it.
Yeah. Archer enemies.
Yeah, no, archer enemies. Excuse me, just 1 minute. I have another package arriving.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, sorry for that, guys. I should probably point out that, like, we're recording this on Black Friday, so obviously, you know, things are happening. Just
deal.
Deal. So, as a side note, by the way, my daughter ordered some things from the Square Enix store because they had a Black Friday sale, and I was just delivered this. I won't show you the address, which contained a thank you postcard for buying an item. That's all it contained. Like, so I stopped the driver because he started to drive off and he had to turn round because I live on a cul-de-sac. And I said, "Excuse me, mate, like, all this contains is a thank you card for purchasing something that should be with you." And he went, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything." I said, "Oh, okay, then I guess I'll see you tomorrow." He went, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
Where's my things, man?
Yeah.
Where's my thing?
Hey, I get that all the time. I'm not going to give him a hard time about it. Like, I get that all the time at work.
Excuse me, sir, can you open your pockets?
Yeah. But yeah, back to the game, I guess. So it seems like Darklaw is definitely talking about elements in this game. Which, hey, if he actually pulls this off, that's pretty amazing. Like, this game definitely wasn't supposed to have elements in it.
I mean, he said there was, like, weaknesses for certain characters, but it's never referenced. You kind of have to work it out.
Work it out, yeah. Young people nowadays don't know the value of peace. War is not fun, but they think it is. There's lots of people in real life that probably feel that way.
Fight.
Woody investigated. An old piano. Oh, hi kids. Howell? Yes, I know him. He's famous, and he's kind of a screwball. He lives northwest of this village. You can't miss him.
He's still falling into the category of the old man I'm going to be.
Definitely. Are you from Gallum too? No. Many Gallum soldiers ask me where Howell lives. Howell. Why is he so important? He's just an old man who can do magic.
So you think?
I want to travel to Gallum and saw Mr. Lemon there. Mr. Lemon is the leader of the Gallum army, but he's a very kind man. I'm a big fan of Mr. Lemon. He's so cute.
Intriguing description of Lemon.
Yeah. Oh, he came from Grand Seal. My son is working in Grand Seal. Do you know him? No. No, I don't. I wonder what this is referencing.
And then insert the rest of the guitar part.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Seal. What a great guy. Is that a reference?
That, a tactics character?
It might be. I don't know. Again, guys, if you know who Seal is, could you please tell us, ignorant folk? Alright, let's talk to this guy.
I mean, I'm assuming he's not on about the... Is it? There's a character in Final Fantasy XIV called Seal.
There might be. I haven't played it.
Vivian.
My dad collects gold dust. He says that some dwarves can make jewellery with it. We have some gold dust, don't we?
We're going to be blinging.
We could be.
Are we going to be making grills?
Oh, God. Gareth. Cat.
Excuse me, sir. Typical cat shows you its bumhole as soon as you appear.
Can we record the game like this?
Yep.
Considering what Alex said about, like, you know, save states being a bit screwy, I feel like hard saves might actually be a good idea.
I can see him, John. I can see my favourite.
Yeah. I know.
I can see him.
I know. Okay. In fact, that's a different, because normally his shawl is like orange, isn't it? Whereas this is like a red.
It's like a
pink
red colour.
Yeah. Let's toss this go first. Let's see, Howell. Then why don't you go with him? What can I do for you? Oh, you would like to see my master? I'm studying at his house. Please follow me. So Howell lives just
I like how you don't.
village.
He doesn't actually introduce himself at all, but it's like, I'm following Kazin.
Yeah,
but that's not my name.
So I feel like this is actually a good place to stop for today. Just before we start the next fight. Obviously, guys, if you have anything that you feel that we've missed or we're just being dumb about, please feel free to put that in the comments. Otherwise, we will see you. We need to set up when we're going to do these. Obviously, the reason why we're doing this today is because I'm off and Gareth is off. But that's not always the case because our jobs change with rotas and things. Should we say Monday?
Monday nights are free, aren't they?
Yeah, let's see if we can do these every Monday night. We will let people know using the Facebook page that I will put the link in down below. Also, I have a Discord as well that I'll be posting on.
Linking in.
So I'll be linking that. Otherwise...
Meet the idiots behind the idiocy.
Yeah, pretty much. Otherwise, that's going to be it for today. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope everyone's going to enjoy this new series. I hope it will be just as hard as the last one and not any harder, please. Please.
I mean, at least this time, because I have the technology to talk to you without having to drive 120-mile round trip.
Yeah.
Because, the apocalypse is existing and all.
Yeah.
But, we can do this, and I can be there with you when you're having those emotional breakdowns that you were having with that last Xeon fight.
Oh, God, yeah. Hey, we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, guys, that's been it from me, and that's it from Gareth as well. And we'll see you next
later.
time.
Bye, guys.
How do I turn this off? Hang on. There we go.